All right, what's up, guys? I'm Joseph Moore. I'm 5'7". I'm a classic physique competitor. I'm in Class A, and my season this year is my third season, and I competed at the John Kemper Classic. I placed first in my class, and then I competed at the Mid-Michigan Flint, and I won my class. And now we're getting ready for the NPC Junior Nationals, or Junior USAs, I should say. And it's coming up, man. It's been a long ride. We've been on prep since December 26, 2020, and I'm really just excited to see where this goes, this last show, and yeah.
I'm Briana Heck, and I'm actually trying to be a bikini competitor in the near future. So over 8 months ago, I started working out with Joe, and 5 years ago, actually in July, I had major back surgery. I had 85% curvature in my spine, and I had surgery for that, so I have 2 rods and 19 screws, and ever since then I was in recovery, and now I've been working out, and I see a total difference in my back, and it's been great.
Can I put some input on that? All right, so yeah, Bree, when she started training with me, she really had not a whole lot of an idea on like what to do, and she wasn't the strongest, but the reason why she is my biggest inspiration, because a lot of people, they complain about, oh, this hurts, or I don't have the time, and she had a really bad back surgery, and she just said, screw it, I'm gonna overcome it, and she beat that shit. So yeah, so I'm just proud of her for that, and for her not to make excuses, there's just no excuses for me why I can't do what I'm doing. So I'm just blessed to do what I do, and she's by my side. She's trained with me probably the entire, I would say at least in the last 5 months. She maybe didn't train with me 10 days of the last 5 months or whatnot. So, I'm just very blessed to have her in my corner, and I got a very good coach. His name's Joe Max, and it's Joe Maxinowski, but we go by Joe Max, and Team Max, baby. And so, my coach, he's a very busy guy, and he's been there for me. This is my second season with him, and we came in 6th place. My first season, we competed at Central States, and we came in 6th. And I wasn't conditioned, and but that's the part of learning. And winners, they build from their mistakes. And after that show, we took a month and a half off, and then came December 26, 2020, and I was like, I'm ready to go again. And I'm just very happy that Joe stuck with me. The most important thing to me, it's not about winning, but it's about when you lose, your corner still believes in you. And oh yeah, so I think we were 182 for that show in October, and after the show, me being me, I ate a lot of junk, and we got up to 216 in that month and a half, and so we started this prep, and then we competed at 175, and on April 11th or April 10th or April 11th, the John Kemper Classic, I was 175, and then for this last show I was 175, Flint, Michigan. So today we trained legs, and we're running a push-pull leg split, 3-day split, and it was a really good workout today. The way I break it up, so sometimes we'll do a big movement, like a squat. So we start with Smith squats. I usually do those when I'm closer to shows. It's just easier on my body. I don't do regular squats closer to the show. So what I'm saying is, what we did was we went a bigger movement, so Smith squats, and then we went to a smaller movement, hamstring curl, then quad extension, and then we went to a big hamstring movement, deadlifts. So that's kind of how we break it up. We don't want to go like squats and then deadlifts, like two big movements back to back. It's just, I believe that's just too much pressure on the body like that. So that's how I break up all my training. My coach really, he just kind of adjusted my rep ranges and my sets. I kind of always did my own training, I'd say. But, you know, if
you rotate movements by normally, like next leg day might be something different? Or is it your, like...
You know, sometimes we'll switch up different squat movements or different deadlifts, like dumbbell deadlifts or well, we'll do hack squat some days and not do Smith squats. But you know, my training in the off season is all like 6 to 10 rep sets of 4, and I go really heavy. And I'm probably doing at least maybe 40 or 50%, or probably like 40 to 60% weight wise than I do in the off season.
Yeah.
So, you know,
if you're this close to a show, you want to hurt anything. So.
Right. So usually what we did a little different today, but I get up at 5 or 6, and my coach has me doing 2 hours of cardio. So I'll go do an hour of treadmill in the morning, and then I come up and train midday weights. And I'll hit the sauna for a little bit after, and then we'll do an hour before bed around 8 or 9. And that's really just the regimen. I'm pretty basic and simple. I don't like to complicate things. I just kind of have everything planned out exactly the same. What we're doing right now is low carbs. We kind of fill out a lot more carbs towards the show, like 3 days out. It's just, that's how my body works, I guess. I bloat really easily. So, and then our protein, it's around 220 right now, 250 grams. And then,
coach like deplete you down or
like with carbs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like brain dead right now. I can't even speak, but we're about 50 grams of carbs a day right now. It's pretty simple. Yeah, yep. And 2 gallons of water a day right now. And yeah.
I'm surprised you look pretty lean but I mean obviously you want
Yeah.
to be as lean as possible.
Yeah, right now I'm about 185. You know, I got a couple days. I'm not worried about it, but you know, I want to compete at 175. So I got to get down to at least 173-ish to be safe. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The water cutting's easy. I got the drive. It's just I get sick of eating the same foods all the time. So I'm honestly just so happy and ready to be done with the season. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Do you have a hard time getting? A lot of guys have worked with recently. A lot of guys talk about it's like, do you have problems getting your meals down? But a lot of people have problems eating all the food. Like,
no, I'm a big food guy. The problem is I eat my meals, right, and I'm still hungry, and that's kind of hard, but I don't know. I love the sport, and you know, whatever happens this year, you know, I'm just gonna be happy because the journey this year compared to last season, it beats last season all the way, you know. So
what got you into the industry, bud? Like, what did you like about it?
All right, want me to just give you a whole breakdown? Okay, so I played soccer and football growing up, and you know, I got 2 brothers. I got a 30 and a 32-year-old. My brothers Kurt and John, and yeah, I'm the baby. But you know, sports, like college sports, was the goal, and you know, my mom and dad were kind of just like, hey, can you start taking Joe with you to the gym? And I was 11 or 12. And I just kind of fell in love with it from there. And middle school hit, and, you know, the high school bus would come over and get us when middle school was out, and they would take us over. Well, I went to Shelby, so it was 7th through 9th grade. Like, even though you're in 9th grade, you're considered high school, but you're still at the middle school. So the bus would come over, and I was like, I'm gonna take the bus and go train at the weight room at the high school. And from there, I think from there, and I got like my first phone and all that stuff. In middle school, I started finding all the gym stuff on social media and all that, and I saw bodybuilders, and Lee Prius was my favorite. And I started doing all my bodybuilding research and just falling in love with like wanting to look insane, look really good. And after high school, I decided, as I got to the end of high school, I decided I didn't want to go away and play sports, and I just love weights that much. And so I began training at Powerhouse right around the end of my senior year, and I met Nick Cate, and he was my first coach. He's like a big brother to me, and I still always call him coach. So Nick, you always be my coach, man. And he kind of just took me under, and he said that I have the genetics to compete, and he said he would just take me under. So he took me under. I just did the work, and from there, after that, we both went with our coach, Joe. And, to this day, Nick, he's still a coach to me. But, we both got Joe as our coach now. And, I wouldn't be where I am without Bree pushing me, Nick pushing me, my coach, Joe. And my mom and dad, they've been behind me through this all. And, I just like to be real about everything. And financially, I couldn't do all this alone. I really couldn't do this all alone. And, my mom and dad, I just hope I can be half the person that my parents are someday to my kids. And I just don't want the season to go to waste. I just got to finish strong. And, I'm never going to give up. I know that one day I will go pro. And I'm going to put this out there to force myself. Yeah. It will happen someday, and just got to be patient. This is no race, and I just love training, man. Honestly, I love training more than honestly being on stage. And some people like it the other way. They like just being on stage, but this is where this is the war zone, man. This is where everything goes down. So, last thing. Someone mentally I really want to just share and give thanks to is my buddy O'Neal Ballo. I'm not going to say too much personal things, but, he is the definition of a champion. And he was the champion at my show in 2020, Central States. And he won it. And after that, man, I like to learn from people that are better than me, and some people, I don't know why people are ashamed, to say someone's better than you, because I'm not that way. I like to learn from people that are better than me, and that's how you become better, And so I just want to say thanks to O'Neal, and he was in my corner for my show, MPC Mid-Michigan, and I was just very happy to have him there. My coach couldn't be there. But I have a very great corner, man, and I couldn't do this without all my folks pushing me. Mentally, I couldn't do this myself, to be honest. But the training, I'm all in. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, and yeah.
People think, obviously, it's a single sport, it's just you, but everyone's got a team behind them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go together for that,
Yeah.
Well, awesome, man. Anyone else? I know you kind of went through it already, but anyone you want to thank, like sponsors? Or?
I do got one more. So this is my home gym. This is Extreme Fitness in Chesterfield, Michigan. And I want to give a shout out to all the staff and the owner, Paul Prinzi. Paul Prinzi, he's a really great guy. And, he's in my corner. He lets me train and do my posing here, and it feels like home. I don't think I'm ever gonna leave this gym. The people here, we all come to the gym to get better, and that's kind of the reason why I was looking for a new gym. Not gonna get into all that, but you know, everybody here is like family, and most of my friends are people from the gym, and we're all here to push each other and get better, man. There's nothing else to it. So